Good evening, gamers! YouTube took ages to connect then. So sorry I'm late. Hello! Hello! Welcome back to Hellstormwargaming. My name is Mikey. Welcome to the Monday show. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Come and say hi. Come and say ho. Come and say where you're watching from. How about all of these things? Welcome. It's an exciting day. We've got lots to talk about. I went to a press event. Love that for me. I played in the largest old world tournament on the planet. I've got the Tau Codex. And I'm playing in a GT, the first one since November, since I went to the World Championship. There's loads to go over. So welcome. Let me say thank you to the resubs from Stein. Thank you. Good evening, Mike in the chat. Good evening to you, good sir. And also, Popcorn Scorpion. Hi ho. Indeed. Welcome. Thank you so much for being a member for 2 months and 26 months, respectively. That's very kind of you. You can become a member for as little as £1.99 a month. That'd be really cool. That'd be really epic. And I'd really appreciate it. It really helps support me do what I do. And if you like what I do, you're already watching, so you must do. So like this stream. Tell me who you are, where you're watching from. And if you really want to, consider becoming a member or letting someone else become a member by gifting a membership. Just like Javin for the 8 months. Thank you so much for it, dude. Boom, he says. Boom, he says. Good evening, watching from sunny Manchester. It is not sunny, it is pitch black, mate. It's pitch black, let's be honest. Hello from New York. Hello, Michael. How are you? Hey, Jamartin. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good evening. I am Jamartin. I'm watching from my bedroom. I expect you to discuss Manchester GT list, please, and thank you. I will hopefully be able to touch on them a lot, but we've got lots to go over first. Manchester GT will be discussed because that's where I'm going this weekend. Steelman F, good evening. Hello. Trixie. Hello. Mercenary. Hello. James, how are you doing from Barnsley? Love Barnsley. Pitch Black in City or London. Love it. How best I mean 40k ever. I'm not cringe. I'm just excited for firearms. Well, someone's going to be excited for him, right? I heard Tau, and now you get my member milestone. Thank you so much for the 11 months, Steel, man. Appreciate it. Chat, I painted my very first Tau model. Okay? I painted my very first Tau model. It's very exciting. I have a video coming out with it. It's not what you expect. All right? Boys, I've been doing dumb shit again. All right? Me and Elliot have filmed a dumb shit video. It's going to be very good. Okay? I've not just painted Crew. All right? Everyone else has painted Crew. I did not paint Crew. All right? But it's a painted video. It will all make sense. I can't show him yet. But I didn't paint, technically, in the painting video. And it will all come to fruition. You might have seen my tweet yesterday. That is a spoiler. All right. So, well, someone spoiled it for the future. We got some shit to do. I've got a really big video that I'm working on. Really excited about it. Okay. I didn't convert it. I didn't paint it. I didn't do anything that you expect to do it. Okay. Anything you expect to be in this video about painting Crew, I didn't do it. Okay. So yeah, it'll be fun. Okay. You'll never guess. Okay. There's like 2 people in chat who might know, and there's probably 5 on the planet that know. All right. Don't gold leaf. No, don't be stupid. Don't gold leaf. How to paint gold leaf? Paint it with a primer and then stick gold leaf on it. Wow, you've seen it. You've never seen this before. Okay. You will never guess. Never. If someone says it, I'll laugh. But you'll never guess what I did. Okay. So it should be fun. I'm still working on it. It was quite a big project, actually. I was like, I'll do this because it'll be quick, and then it just turned into a huge project. So it's not come out yet. It's supposed to come out Saturday. It's probably going to come out tomorrow, Wednesday now. I don't think Lambo even realizes what happened. Like, Lambo, obviously, hi dude, how you doing? Is in the chat where I came up with the idea, but I don't think he even understands exactly what happened in this video. It's funny. It's very funny. And it's not to do with AI. No, I can't stand AI. Ava unit battlesuit wear. That would be sick. That would be sick. No, I haven't told Lambo. Lambo knows the idea, but he doesn't know how it actually went down. I used your idea. No, I didn't. You don't have any ideas, Lambo. All your ideas are mine. That's what it says in your contract. Okay. Anyway, so it should be good. It should be good. I'm really excited to share it with you. Okay, I'm really, really excited to share it with you. But what I did paint, okay, which isn't crew, obviously, because thanks to Games Workshop for sending the towel box through. I have content coming with it, but I wasn't going to do a Codex review in it because everyone else does it and it's cringe. What I did paint is my first Fallout miniature as well. As you can see, I painted my first Fallout miniature. It's in 10 minutes. The face is awful. They didn't have a hairdryer. Okay, they didn't have a hairdryer. Couldn't be bothered to wait for the wash to dry. So I tried to blend it and it didn't work. But the armor, if you look at the back, the armor came out great. So I went to a press event this weekend for Fallout Factions, which is basically Fallout Wasteland Warfare but more RPG based, which is pretty cool. I got a new head. I got a Vault Boy head. I was corrected. I called him a Pit Boy head. Okay. I called him a Pit Boy. It's not a Pit Boy. The Pit Boy is the wristband thing. The wrist computer. This is a Vault Boy. Okay. So I got a Vault Boy. I got some other shit. Look at this cool Coke bottle I got. Okay. Obviously, where is it? The whole point of Fallout, or one of the big things is everyone pays in bottle caps. So I've got a Nuka-Cola bottle cap. Okay. As you can see. Right? But it's actually a real bottle cap. It's not a plastic thing. Alright? Because I stole it, but they had drinks there. Look at that! How cool is that? It's very cool. I have a Nuka-Cola bottle. As you can see. It's just Coca-Cola with stickers on, right? But I thought that was cool. So I stole it. I stole it. Poser exposed. Like, chat, I've never played Fallout, alright? I've played Fallout for like an hour, maybe. But I have a Nuka-Cola bottle now. And no one else does. Alright? Let's go get my Fallout Wasteland Warfare game. That chat very nicely bought for me for Christmas at one time. But I got some other stuff as well. I got some like posters, one of the random merch. I got some more miniatures. So these are the new miniatures they've got coming out. Raiders, the Operators, and the Pack. So these are some new miniatures. So one of these is one I painted one of the Operators, I think. Yes. They're like multi-part plastic. They're designed by XGW. And the game is wrote by James Hewitt, who wrote Blood Bowl and Necromunda. Also XG and Betrayal at Calth. So they're like GW models, and it's like a GW game. It's very fun. It's very fun. So I didn't manage to get a full demo game, but I had a look around at the boards and stuff. They look really sick. So it was really fun. I had a great time. I know you didn't ask, but I'm telling you. I'm going to put them in my Nuka-Cola. Then I want a Nuka-Cola bag, because I've got one. It's got a Nuka-Cola sticker on it. I got some paints. I got a little... I think it's a Nuka-Cola figure. Oh, no. I don't... What's this guy? What's this guy? Who's this? He's obviously a 3D print. Is he a bottle cap, or is that just how they've printed him? What is he? Oh, damn. Cappy. Oh, that makes sense. I bet Nuka-Cola tastes like Tesco's Economy Cola product. That is just Coca-Cola. Nuka Coca-Cola. But, it's good. Nuka World mascot. Oh, there we go. So I got him too. I actually had another miniature. But the press event ended at like 7. Or like 7:30 or something. And obviously I was supposed to stream Friday. Sorry I couldn't stream Friday. Apologies, guys. I was in Nottingham. But I obviously like had the bag, I had the posters, and I had this that didn't fit in the bag. So I walk out like this with him under my arm, as you would do, because you've got the Vault Boy and you've got the bag. And then everyone was like, do you want to go for a drink? And I was like, I am very thirsty. I've only drank a Nuka-Cola, so I would love to go for a drink. But what about the Vault Boy head? I mean, Pit Boy head, as I called him. Okay. And then, and then everyone was like, oh, it'll be okay. We'll just go in with them, because we all had one. We all had a head thing at this size. They are not small. They're very soft, but they are not small. So, yeah, we all went to the pub all with one, and we didn't go to like a busy pub, but we also didn't go to like a medium busy pub. We just went to the quietest pub in Nottingham, it felt like, where there was 7 people all looking at us gone out as we walk in with our Vault Boy heads and plop them down on the table and go to the bar. And the looks we got was very strange. But the barman was like, why have you got a Vault Boy head? And I said, oh, I thought it was called Pit Boy. The barman was like, why have you got a Vault Boy head? I was like, oh, do you know what Warhammer is? He was like, yeah, I play Age of Sigmar. I was like, sick. This is going to be easy. Okay, we've been to a press event, yada yada. And he's like, oh, if you have any spare miniatures, that'd be so cool. So I had a little bottle, a Nuka-Cola figure that I gave to the barman. Did not get a free drink, but I think he liked it. I think he enjoyed the fact that he got a free model. So yeah. So there you go. There's my little story. There's my little story. All right. He was like, "Why have you got a Vault Boy head?" I was like, "Don't talk to me. I'm famous. Okay." Don't talk to me. I'm actually really famous. Don't come near me. Give me free drinks. So, no, I gave him a model. I was like, "You're not having my Pit Boy head, Vault Boy head, Vault Boy. You're not having my Vault Boy head." But what you are having is this little 3D printed cola bottle. How was the TSN Arena? I need to get to an event with Rob this year. So I've been twice. The last time I went just upstairs. I actually saw the downstairs now, so he's got a little bit more extra space. It's a cool venue for gaming. I don't know if it's a cool venue for a press event. It was very cramped because obviously, like, obviously there's like loads of tables and stuff like that, which is cool because it's a gaming venue. But I don't think it was like designed for like a press event because it was like there's like not enough room, I don't think, for that sort of thing. They had like a few demo tables out, which was cool. They had like a painting area, but it was kind of like in a corner out the way because of how the stream setup is set up there, which is obviously fine. I'm not criticizing TSN. I just don't think TSN worked as like a press event thing. So, but yeah, it was fun. It was cool. It is a cool venue. It's a very, very cool venue for what he's got going on there, which is cool. And the press event was fun, so thank you to Modifius for send us an invite. But if you are interested, Fallout Factions I'm not being sponsored by them. They invited me to a thing. I don't have any affiliation other than this. What I'm telling you now, they invited me to a thing. They gave me some free models and a Vault Boy head, a Pip Vault Boy head. But the new game's coming out next month. So if you are interested in that, then it's basically an RPG/Necromunda version of Wasteland Warfare. If that's what you're looking for, then maybe you want to go check it out. It comes out next month. This is a Fallout channel now. Guys, if you want to see Fallout, on the channel, I do have it. But I'll need some more members because members are dropping. Okay, look at this. 3, 4, 6 out of 1,000. I'm trying to get 1,000 members because chat said they want to tattoo me. So I said, you can tattoo me at 1,000 members. We were right up to 600, but we have been slowly dropping, okay? It is a bit cringe, gotta ask. If you want to support a channel, become a member for as little as £1.99 a month. You get to join the Discord. Let's push my Discord in chat. It's free to join, but no one talks in the free bit because it's cringe AF. But the paid bit, the premium area, is hype, okay? It is pretty hype. So I would recommend it. It's really cool. Everyone who's in there has basically stayed there. Once you're in, you're in. Once your name's on the list, you know, that would be really, really cool. So, but that was just Friday. I started the topics early. It's 7:20, and I've already started telling you about what I've been doing, what's going on, what the actual. Normally I drag it out till 7:30, but here we are. Friday, I went to spread the good word. Saturday even. Saturday, I went to spread the good word. I went to an old world tournament with a small board gang t-shirt on. Obviously. I was telling everybody to cut their mats. Which I thought was going to be funny. Which I thought would be hilarious. Which I've also just realised right now, after having this designed for probably like 4 years. He has 4 fingers there and 3 fingers there. I never noticed that before. Grivo, what's going on? Is that a finger? Have I found a game theory of my own channel? 1, 2, 3, 4, and a thumb. And 3 fingers. 1, 2, 3, and a thumb. It's AI generated. Scribble was using AI to make his artwork the entire time. The entire time. Do you know if you can use the models from Fallout Wasteland Warfare? Yeah, they're the same models, Time. They're the same models. They'll be branded as such. I think they've done the branding as such. Yeah, so just for reference for the Fallout thing. Fallout Wasteland Warfare also compatible with Fallout Factions. They are the same miniatures, so they're just going to cross pollinate for that. The other thing is tucked under the mat. It doesn't look like it. I don't see the rest of the palm. Well, there you go. Does John Scrivo use AI? Maybe. It's skirmish based. The faction models are getting Wasteland Warfare rules, but I don't know if the reverse is true. What I was told is that the models are going to be cross-pollinating. So they'll be bringing them out for both at the same time, as far as I'm aware. But it's a more RPG-based game. It's like a skirmish RPG. I think I have some pictures. Do you want to look at some... do you want to talk about Old World, or shall I talk about Fallout pictures? Answer in chat right now. Brian, thanks for the 16 months. I didn't want to set the world on fire. I just wanted to... Des, thanks for 25 months. Appreciate you. Fallout pictures. I've got some press pictures, so we can just like scram through them. We can like, you know, we can scram. What's this one? Let me just double check. I took some pictures myself, but I've also got like the press pictures. These are the boards they had set up. They were really cool. I didn't manage to play. All right. There is 1, 2, 3 Fallout, 4.5 because Radio said both, and then 1, 2 Old World, 3 Old World. Okay, so we'll do a quick look at some Fallout pictures. Okay, it's very cool. It's very epic. Don't worry. So I took some pictures of the boards, which are really cool. They've all been custom made. This is a picture of Pete the Wargamer. This is a picture of Pete the Wargamer. This is also a picture of Pete the Wargamer. I don't know if you noticed. This is a picture of Pete the Wargamer when he realized I was taking pictures of him. And still. And Kirioth is there as well. Collaborations all around. And then I started taking more pictures of the models. These are really nice. I think these are the pack. They're really nicely painted. The boards are really cool as well. And all the terrain as well, well, not this part of the terrain. All the terrain on this board was like a mixture of the terrain that's like available in the box with some like added extra steps, which is cool. Scrivo, you've been using AI, bro. Scrivo's been using AI. He does not even draw anymore. Scrivo been selling AI artwork, clearly. Anyway, they've got this one, like the carnival one, which is pretty sick. Like they're all honestly really, really pretty, really pretty. But the board's really small. It's like 2x2. It's like 2x2, I think. So they got Cappy there. That's one of the Cappy that we got as well. I don't know if I got a picture of him. Did I get a picture of Cappy? I didn't. That's me with Pip Head after I got corrected. Also, Scrivo, answer for your crimes right now, Mr. John Scrivens. This is the artwork that you did for me 4 years ago, if not 5 years ago. All right? 4 years ago. Count. 1 thumb. 1, 2, 3. 4 fingers. Makes sense. Necrons have 4 fingers. 1 thumb. 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th finger? This is an AI art generated image. Clearly. What prompts did you use for this? Dashing young man wears cool t-shirt. Thought you did. Thought you did. Dashing young hot male wears cool t-shirt. The fingers are missing. Piggy's out shot. That's what any AI bro would say, Scriver. Where's the finger? You can't see it. There's no palm. There's no palm. I'm going to have to go to the original drawings and see if you've left the sketch in there to see if you drew the finger under the map. Can't believe you, Scrivo. Scammed. Scammed again. What else we got? I literally got 1,000. There's 1,000 pictures just in my email. Am I doxing anyone here? I don't think so. I don't think anyone's being doxed right now. Can you do full screen mode on open a new window? Does that work? Oh, you can't scroll if you do that. That's no good. I'm trying to make sure no one's getting... I don't think they are. No. We're good. So these are some heads. Some heads. Some heads. This is all the pictures that they sent me, so we can have a scroll through, see if there's any cool ones. We've got the operators, the disciples. I don't have those. The disciples. I didn't get a mask either. Cringe. Cringe. What else happened? I think we got some more pictures of the boards. Oh, they got some more pictures of the models. I think they must have got robbed to print these, I think. That's why they're just on a piece of kitchen roll. So these are more sets of the boards. This is the one with the Ferris wheel thing on. So I think this must be like while they're setting up. They look really cool, to be fair. As in, like, this terrain, they've like done it up, but a lot of it's from the starter set that's coming out. I don't know what's actually in the starter set though. That was the other problem. That's James. That's James Hewitt. Lore time for James Hewitt. He wrote he was heavily involved with Blood Bowl. I think he wrote Blood Bowl, the new one. He was heavily involved with Necromunda, as far as I'm aware. He also wrote Betrayal at Calth and all those. Do you remember the board games that Games Workshop had a bit of a stint of doing, like Betrayal at Calth, the other 30k board game, the Assassin board game, Gore Chosen, all those little board games? This man made them. Okay, now he writes for Fallout. He was also really big. If you remember, Midwinter Minis did a really big video about Games Workshop not paying their staff. Because James was in the middle of a big thing. Because for writing Blood Bowl, I think he was paid like 19 grand a year. Which is not very good. Not very good. He deserves a lot more money. But now he works for Modifius writing Fallout. So that's him. Let's just say, she was really nice. She was telling me everything about Fallout. There's little Cappy there, which is cool. There's a dead man. The boards are sick. I don't know who made them. But the boards are... I'm trying to... as much as I love James, he's great. I don't want to look at him. I want to look at the boards. I'm sure he's having a great conversation. It looks like a team briefing. This offends me to my core. Scrivo, look. I don't make the rules, all right? I don't make the rules. AI did. Okay, just look. Don't take 9 pictures of the same people. This is ridiculous. Chat, there is pictures of the boards, I promise. There's so many. Anyway, do you guys come here often, or is it just me? Just me? Just me or nah? There's so many pictures of these people talking. I'm saving you. There we go. There's a picture. So you can see it's only small. This is Peter Wargaming. He doesn't know he's having a picture taken again. Didn't get a Pip-Boy mask. Shame. It's true. I didn't get a Pip-Boy mask. There's the other board. That's Tim from wargamer.com. So whenever we read Wargamer, we usually read in an article by Tim. He's great. That's Louise, obviously. And this person works for Modifius. I didn't meet them, so I don't know their name. But they had glasses on. That seems cool. So they had like another board there. Didn't manage to get pictures of that one. A lot of thinking. This is the painting area. So this is like the back end of TSN. This is Pete. He's the guy who helps Duncan invent paint. All right. When Duncan is like, I need paint. This man, look how tired he looks. He makes it for him. By hand. This is Ed. He makes lots of RPG stuff. He was really cool. I don't think he has his own channel, though. Which is I didn't understand. But he's just involved with lots of role-playing games. And presenting them. Well, he's basically like the ultimate collaborator. Because he basically said he doesn't have his own channel. But he just runs games on everyone else's, which I thought was really bizarre. I was like, why do you not run them on your own channel? You know? But there we go. That was him. This is everybody there. Bear in mind, just so you know, we've gone through more than half the pictures. I'm not in one yet, by the way. And this is, I think there was some like Fallout gaming creators there, like people who actually like play Fallout, or like me. I'm just a weirdo who plays the video games. Chat, I'm bearing in mind I'm still not in these pictures. I think that might be my head there, which is very funny. I think that's me there. Can you see that? Can you see the blonde bit? I do think that's me. I don't think I'm in any other picture. There. That bit of hair. Okay? I'm not in any other picture except for the group one. Which I think, you know, I was going to be in that one. I don't think I'm not in any of these pictures, by the way. Have you noticed that? It's like I wasn't even there. Look, lots of cool pictures of the board. Very cool pictures of the board. Georgie's not in the pictures either, but she wasn't there. All right. Mikey goes to a press event and gets ignored. I had a great chat to them, but not while the cameras was around. And I didn't play a demo game. So I didn't get to see how the game was played and have a prime opportunity to learn the game and get pictures taken of me learning the game. I chatted to James for like half an hour. He was great. He was lovely. And then I had Sophie telling me all the ins and outs. But chat, I'm not in any of these pictures. Look, there's another picture of Tim and Ed. We know these people now. Chat, I'm not in one picture. I need to get to one picture where I am actually in it. I think I am scrolling these pictures. Yes, that's right. That's right. I painted for like 20 minutes as well. No pictures. All right. However, there is one picture you need to see. There you go. Get some more closer to the game look in the nice miniatures. So there's one of the miniatures that I painted there, but not that one. But so there's lots of pictures of these people having a great demo game. Did you really go? I don't know. Look, there is proof I'm here, okay? Honestly, there is proof. I did some painting on this table, just not when the camera was there. Okay? So that was Sophie. She organized the whole thing. Don't know this lad's name. This is Dave. I think his name's from Iron Skull Gaming. He's got like a commission paint studio. He's very nice. And so is his partner. Not even the miniature you painted. No, exactly. That's Callum. He's great. Met him at Games Expo. He was organising the paint area. This is a picture of Louise painting. There's a lot of pictures of Louise painting, but there's none of me. Right. Let me skip. All right. Let me skip. All right. Mikey scrolls to 1,000. Man scrolls to 1,000 pictures. I do think it's probably close to 1,000 pictures. Dave Barfield. That's it. He's great. He's lovely. Okay, we're just going to skip through. What's this one? I don't even think we got there. Did we get that far? I'm trying to like scran through so we don't have to look for every single picture. I am in a picture that's not the group photo. We've looked at that one. We've looked at that one. I am in one picture that's not a group photo, and it's not that one I've just showed you. I think that was me. I do think that was me. I was there. I only turned up 5 minutes late because I couldn't find anywhere to park. You know, I was there for 3 hours. The press event lasted for 3 hours. I only turned up 5 minutes late. And this is how I was done dirty. Okay. God, there's so many pictures of Louise. It's actually beyond a joke. Chat, listen. I was at this press event. I need to prove it to you. I just need to find this one. I wish I'd saved it. I saw it earlier. Okay, wait. We're so close. I can feel it in my balls. I can feel it in my balls. We're so close to this picture. We're back in the painting area. It's funny because Tim started painting and I joined Tim. And Tim, there's pictures of Tim painting, but not me. Which is even funnier. And then pictures of Peter Wargamer painting, but not me. Right? And I was there longer. Wait. I found it. Look, there I am. I'm there. I was here. There I am. I'm there. Let's go. I'm behind the person playing the game. Blurry. AI generated. Found it. I did it with AI. I didn't, honestly. No, bro, don't do me like this. I was there. I was at the press event. Right, next picture. That's number 19. Number 20, I'm still there. Look at that. 21, I'm still there. That's 3 pictures. 22, that's 4. Right, that's all the pictures I'm in. Chat, that's all. I'm pretty sure that's all the pictures I'm in. Or those 4 there. I got. Wait. No. Okay, I got excited then. It was just the pit boy. It was the vault boy. God damn it. Chat, see, I was there. Chat. This photo's not been edited. I like to edit photos in my spare time. I was going to say something. I probably shouldn't. Something really strange happened, but I probably can't talk about it. It was just very odd. Wait, I think I'm in one more picture. If I hit the group photos though, it's all over. I went, guys, but they're in Canada. You can't see it. There's so many pictures of people playing the game, but none of me. Wait, chat, listen. I am in one more picture, I'm sure of it. One more picture, I'm just gonna find it. That one? No. I'm gonna give up. I give up. I'm in one more picture, it's the group photos, never mind. So I was technically there. Chat. I was right there. You should have seen it. It was crazy, honestly. Space Breed, thanks for the donation, mate. Really appreciate it. Very British, bearded British guy, blurry person enters chat. That was me. I was right there. Did you play Old World versus Kate Middleton dressed as a Dwarf Slayer? Listen, I love photoshopping, okay? Look, everyone's convinced it's AI. That's so funny. That's even funnier. Were you catering? What do you mean, was I catering? Was I doing the rice? I was doing the rice for everyone. Yeah, that's why I did get a picture of me. Hell, not there. Look, I was there. You saw a picture. You saw evidence. I was right there, okay? I was right there. Look, this is the problem. I go to these cool events. I have a great time. I'm really nice. And then it's just like, it's like I wasn't even there. I'm just like, I am an enigma. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm an enigma. That's actually kind of impressive. They were able to filter you out of a 20-person event held in a small room. Wow. Thank you. Isn't that the plot of Camp Rock? Why would I know the plot of Camp Rock? I haven't. I don't think I've seen bits of that movie. I've never seen it all the way through. Would you like to explain the plot of Camp Rock to everyone in class? Popcorn. Well, look, I'm like super nice. I'm super happy and always happy to see people. I get involved, and I think the problem is I make people laugh so much, and I entertain every room I walk into. People are just entertained that they just don't think, wow, I really should photograph this moment because they're having such a good time. They forget the reason. They forget the reason that I was there. Okay, you know. I can use your inability to be programmed for evil and good. Who fucking knows at this point? I'm very much going through my my Joker villain arc of my you either die a hero Two-Face quote at this point because it's getting a bit ridiculous that every time I go to a press event or I go as a creator, just I get fucking blanked every time or cut out. Yeah, he's not actually invited to camp, but he's working cane with their mum. Great, okay. Right, okay. Yes, it was probably that. I was doing the catering. Alright? You know what you want me to say? I made everyone fried rice, and you know what? They all fucking loved it. Is that what you prefer me to say? But no, every time I get invited to a press thing, I get cut out or I get ignored. It's getting beyond a joke. I'm gonna have to stop going. I'm gonna have to be like, no. It's £25 a picture, right? So then they have to cut me out. They have to. They can't take pictures unless they pay, which may drive FOMO and be like, whoa, he charges £25 a picture. Maybe there we need it because that's a really good deal. Okay. Maybe that's a really good deal. Maybe we could get two for £45. And I'm like, maybe. But every time I go, I get cut out. So fuck them. No, don't really. I had a great time. It was fun. Not gonna lie, not spending £25 for a picture of a mic stand. Have you ever wanted to get something really sharp, poke your eyeballs out so you don't have to reach out anymore? Have you been blacklisted like Ballarat? How can I be blacklisted? I was invited personally. Hello, Mikey, please come to our event. I was like, yes, I would love to. Got there, had a great time with everyone there, had a chat to everyone who was working there, thanked them for all their time, and not one picture was taken. I like when Mikey thinks of a large number to charge, he can only get to 25. No one else was asking for money for pictures. Maybe I should have. How come Valrat wasn't invited? I don't know if he wasn't invited or he didn't want to go, but he just focused on 40k because he's got the media literacy of a 40k player. Valrat wasn't invited because he's Valrat. Would you invite the canal pusher to your events? Oh yes, the ultimate pullback because when he was the pushed and became the pusher. If he needed to drive more than an hour, odds he didn't want to go. It was an hour. It was Nottingham, so probably more than an hour for him. Anyway, I went to the largest old world event to spread some propaganda this weekend. Because I went to obviously Dan, you know Dan who played on in the Battle Report a couple of weeks ago. He ran a one-day old world event that I attended. And it was the largest event for the old world ever with like 40 players, I think, or 38 players as a finisher. The largest event before that was 32 players. Even though it was only one day, technically it was the largest old world event on the planet ever. And I cheated. I'm the cheater now, chat. Write the title. Write the title. Huge Hellstorm cheating scandal. That's the title, all right? No, I was going to say something cringe like exposed. No, that's not, doesn't work. Huge Hellstorm cheating scandal. I cheated at the Old World event. Allegedly, all right? This is the biggest story that's going to come out of the channel this week, okay? Did they not picture you too? They didn't. I took my own pictures, all right? I cheated, all right? I cheated at this event, and I want to tell you about it, all right? So, this is, or this was, a 1750.40 player RTT. 1750 point old world, all right? No other restrictions, just normal restrictions, not a fucking... Not like the fucking other shit thing that we talked about the other day, the Nova event. Thanks to the two. Largest old world event, like 24 people. 38 people, all right? So I cheated, and I didn't even win the event. So let me tell you about it. I took a quite fun list. I talked about my list last week, so I'll give you a quick rundown. I took a Tomb King Dragon, or Dragon on Tomb King on Dragon, with loads of upgrades. I took he had the Obsidian Lodestone, which gives him magic resistance. He had Talisman of Protection, which gives him 5-up ward. And also, he had the Armor of Ages, so you reroll wounds against him. When I say this unit is actually broken, it is insane. Okay? Actually insane. I didn't even bring a painted army, so much shame. I didn't even bother. So, this unit only died once. And I'll tell you why, it died in game 2. The only game I lost. But I did cheat to do it. So there you go. It's actually insane. It just walks through armies. It just looks at them and they go, what you can do about me? And they go, I don't know. And they go, cool, you're dead. Right? It was very, very funny. So if you play Old World, obviously you'll know that the Armor of Ages is very strong because obviously he's toughness 6. So it's usually 5s and 6s to wound against a lot of things. And then you're making them reroll successful wounds. So you don't really get wounded, but also you can buff the dragon to weapon skill like 8 and 9 or something stupid. So you can then stop your opponent actually hitting you. So they can't hit you, then when they do wound you, they have to reroll to wound, which is very funny. The law of my army, 3D printed and not painted. That was the law. You don't need to say allegedly unless you might sue yourself. I might. That would be funny. Why is bot broken? I don't know. Thanks for the €6, Martin. Where's the bot? Where's the alerts are on? Let me refresh. Is this going to be a tutorial on how to cheat or more of a cautionary tale? No, it's a cautionary tale about how Games Workshop can't write rules. Again. Okay. So my army was Tomb King on Bone Dragon, a level 2 Hierophant with Elementalism, 20 Tomb Guard with Halberds, 6 Chariots with a re-rolling charge banner, a BSB in Chariot, which I realized I was not ranking up properly. I kept putting them on the side because I thought that's what you did, but you actually replace it in the unit like you do any other unit. I don't know why I got it in my head that you go on the side. I had 8 Skirmishers, I had a War Sphinx with a full crew, and I had a Necro Sphinx. Okay. A Necro Sphinx, obviously, a lot of these models are by Sally Factory. We did a whole video about 3D printing old world models. It was very cool. It was very epic. But more importantly, I've got a Necro Sphinx here that I didn't want to build because that's up for another video. So I 3D printed the Sally Factory one. So my first game was against Beastmen. All right. My first game was against Beastmen. I played a lovely chap called Ron. He had all the lists are on BCP. I'm going to give you a quick rundown. He had 6 Minotaurs with a big fucking big horrible captain guy. He had 3 Chariots, I think it was. I'm pretty sure he had 3 Chariots. He had this guy, which is a level 4 wizard on Chariot with the Ruby Ring of Ruin, which is really scary. Really, really scary. Very, very much not fun to play. This guy cast a spell, turn 1, and picked up my Necro Sphinx straight away. Let me find me. So he had a horrific list. Oh, Best Coast Powers is so bad. Ruby Ring of Ruin. Basically, he had the Hag Tree Fetish as well. And the Talisman of Protection on Elementalism. He cast a spell that basically was Strength 1, but you can't take regenerations or wards against it or something. And you reroll wounds with it. And it was like Strength 6, and it was like 5d6 hits. It's 5d6 Strength 1 hits that reroll wounds. which is like pretty insane because obviously 5d6 is a lot of dice. So he picked up the Necrosphinx turn 1. I was like, oh, okay, cool. This is going to be one of those games. But actually, I threw the Necrosphinx, the War Sphinx and the Dragon into those Minotaurs and made them run away straight away. And then I followed up straight into his chariot, which is just moving there, which is the level 4 caster. So he never cast again, which is great. But yeah, this is like a pretty close game. We played Breakpoint, which is the one where basically you keep playing the game until you have less than 25% of your army strength, which is basically all the wounds on the table here for me. We played that one first, but because it was a tournament, Dan had limited it to 6 turns. We got to turn 6. Ron's breakpoint was at like 17 models, and he had 16 on the table. And my breakpoint was 18, and I had 24 models on the table. But because we ran out of turns, he technically won. I had the Bone Dragon left, which is like ready to chop stuff up. These are the Minotaurs. Very nicely painted, very cool, very epic. These pig things were horrific. I don't know what they are. What are they called? But Razor Gore Herd. He had like 3 of those. They were really quick and only 50 points. They were cheap. So they were good because everything Beastmen just do loads of impact hits. That's kind of their thing. The Cygor, that was a big thing. He was a bit shit. I don't know why he brought him. He went down very quickly, but he's got like an indirect rock lobber, so I think that's why he brought him. So I drew the first game. Long story short, I drew the first game because I ran out of turns. I basically spent 5 turns picking up units one at a time. All the chariots went down. The skirmishes went down. The War Sphinx eventually went down. But the Bone Dragon ran through everybody. Okay. It was good. It was good. But the next game, I played a guy called Joe. He was running High Elves. Also not painted, so didn't feel so bad. He was playing High Elves. He had a level 4 Archmage on Chariot. Level 4 Archmage on Chariot. And with Illusion, a Curation, Great Blade, Silvery One, Seed of Rebirth, and Talisman of Protection. Pretty much everybody had Talisman of Protection in their list. This was really scary because High Elves have a spell called Vol's Destruction or something. And essentially you choose a character within 12 and destroy magic items. And obviously my zombie dragon, my bone dragon, is really good. He's really sick. But also, if you destroy the armor he's wearing, he does die. If you don't have to re-roll wounds against him, he is pretty shit. But also he had a spell on his other mage, his level 2, called Walk Between Worlds. A Walk Between Worlds is essentially it's like a spell that you cast on the mage and the unit, and it makes them ethereal. And ethereal basically means they can only be hit by magical attacks. The only magical attacks I have is the great weapon of the priest of the BSB here, and he kept casting another spell, which basically is I was managed to move, and I couldn't charge. So what he did was he made this unit ethereal, the White Lions. Made these so they couldn't charge, so I could never hit them. And then when I did actually get the dragon in, because I went for it, I had 1 turn of combat before he cast it again, and then I couldn't deal with him. Which is not very good. It was very shit, to be honest. So he eventually killed the dragon. He killed the War Sphinx. The Necro Sphinx actually went on a bit of a rampage. It kind of like went up this way. Can I draw? No, I can't. It kind of like went up this way, picked up these units, and then started sweeping its way across, and then we ran out of turns as well. But that was pretty close, actually. It was like with fantasy, it's just kill stuff. It was like 1,000 to 600 or something. So he only beat me by 400 points. But it was really, really close. He took out the general, which gave him a big buff, like, to the whole thing. But it was just a bit like, oh, okay. You've got this big unit, and I can't actually interact with it. Never again will I leave home with a big beat stick without magical attacks. And that's the thing with, like, playing a new game, you're not going to have this, like, found knowledge of, like, oh, there's that one spell in those couple of armies that can go, oh, yeah, they're ethereal. Because, like, I'd never played fantasies before, you know? Like, I don't know how the game works. I only just had a good idea about how to play. Never mind, like, the competitive nature of the old world. So, like, going, oh, yeah, I don't have magical attacks on my dragon. He was like, what? And I was like, I didn't realize I needed it. And he was like, okay, if I cast this spell, you can't hurt me. And I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. That's great. Cool. The chance of facing Ethereal is really slim. Yeah, of course. And you're not, unless you play against it, you're not going to know how good it is. But like, yeah, like now I'll never leave home without putting a Burning Blade on a great weapon, you know what I mean? But it's something to watch out for. If you play the old world, watch out for Ethereal. If you've got a spell, if you've got a unit with it, you can't hurt it other than using like magical attacks, basically. And if you don't have access to giving out magical attacks or just naturally have them, it's going to be really sad. But the thing is with it, he had a really good counter because obviously he's got his mage that he's going to make these white lions ethereal. He's also got this guy, which is a level 4 caster that can blow up magic items. So if I did have a burning blade or something on my bone dragon, he could have just blown it up anyway. So it didn't really make sense to... I was like, I haven't brought it, but also you had the ultimate counter of just like, oh, you do have magical attacks on the big dragon that's going to come kill me? All right, I'll turn them off. I'll get rid of it. So, yeah, it's like, it's one of those things. And the thing is with it is 1750 points. So what that usually meant was is you took a big, horrible beat stick like a dragon like I did, or you take a level 4 wizard and being like super aggressive with wizardry. I'm finding the disparity or the high difference between a level 4 caster and a level 2 caster, very like super high. Not only do you have access to more spells, which means you can just cast loads more, you also have the fact that you have +4 to cast. So your casts are going to be way more consistent than anyone else's. And trying to deny a level 4 cast as a level 2 is very tough. Okay? So that's just something I learned. Obviously because of the format, because it was 1750 points. It felt like level 2 casters just weren't worth it. I was like, I don't know why I brought one. You know, so... but the game basically went on, as you can see. It wasn't... The thing is, he's trying... Oh, there's my tweet. I treated an army, didn't even paint it for a tournament. I'm literally the guy, which I was. But as you can see, like, so he had, like, some Sea Guard. He had these guys, which are really good. These... I can't remember what these are called, but they're, like, skirmishing archer wood elf things that move, shoot, move, and are really annoying. He had like a noble BSB, which is cool. He had the 16 white lions, which weren't that scary, but the fact that I couldn't hurt them made them difficult. Because I couldn't actually do any damage when I was hitting them, so I was losing to combat resolution rather than actually like damage from the thing. They were doing like 1 or 2 wound, outranking banners, etc. And I was like, okay, I've like taken a wound. Okay, I've taken 2 wounds. Because when he was hitting just the dragon, I was yeah, when I was hitting just the dragon, I wasn't taking any wounds, hardly ever, because of Indomitable. But he was just outranking me and stuff like that, so I couldn't do anything, which is really shit. What percentage of 3D printers generally accept at events? In fantasy, I think you're going to find that most people don't actually give a fuck. Because you can't actually buy the models. So. Did I get any more pictures? Yeah, that was the mage. That was the techless model. And then the white lions. But he was great. He beat me. Fair and square. It was just a bit like, oh, you've got this one spell off. I've only got a level 2 caster. You've rolled double 6 to cast at the right turn. You're in my War Sphinx and my dragon. I can't attack you. This is a bit shit. So, yeah, it was a bit annoying. But it's one of those. It's one of those. It's like, it's not like he didn't do anything wrong. It was just like, I felt checkmated almost. It was like kind of like quite literally a rock, paper, scissors moment. The only unit that could deal with this unit that was really annoying, he stopped me charging, and then he slowly blew up my magic items, and then just, like, my dragon just stood there. I couldn't do anything, which is annoying. So yeah. So, but again, not his fault. So, these are the shooty things. They were really good. Would get those. Would highly recommend. They were really strong. And then my last game, I played Dan. Not Dan who's running the event. A lad called Dan who's running Ogre Kingdoms. And this is where something interesting happened. He was running ogres. He had loads of big things. He had like the stone horn, the other one, the big iron breaker, the Mornfang things. I only took the one picture because the game was very quick. Man used tactics to win his elves. No, I mean, yeah, like, don't get me wrong. It was like, he beat me fair and square. It was just one of those where it was like, it's not his fault. It's not the army's fault. It's my list composition moment. That's the fault. That was the problem I had. But it did feel unfair that I had a dragon and I couldn't touch the unit in front of me, and that was annoying. Okay. But that's not no sly on the opponent. It's like, it's again like not having that found knowledge of the game, of knowing like, oh, if I play against high elves, they might have this spell, so I need to make sure I prepare for that. I don't know that's going to happen, so how can you prepare? It was like I got checkmated at list composition rather than in the game. So, so that was the thing. That was the point. It was like, it's no sly on my opponent or anything. It's just like, because I didn't know how I don't know the game, that I don't know to make sure I've got a counter for someone bringing an ethereal unit, you know. So anyway, yeah, so I played Dan last game. He was using ogres. Now, we had a conversation about the Necro Sphinx before the game started, okay? And he was like, I don't think they're that good. And I was like, really? Why? And we had a chat. We had a chat about it. And afterwards, he was like, wow, that's so good. I'm going to have to start using one of them because I use Team Kings as well. I was like, yeah, you should. They're so good. So good. I would never leave home without one with these rules. Okay. Now, the problem is I think my bag's downstairs. Oh, no, it's behind me. Okay. So we need to have a chat. Because as the game went on, something interesting came up. Because the Necro Sphinx killed all of his big monsters very quickly. Okay. And suddenly the discussion that we had at the beginning of the game was used against me afterwards. So in fantasy, okay, in fantasy, each model has a piece of equipment, right? Or multiple pieces of equipment, all right, which is listed in the equipment part of the unit, right? And when you go to attack, step 1.1 of combat phase for anyone keeping track, okay. Step 1.1 of the combat step is you choose a unit, and then you choose an equipment piece to fight with, as in a weapon, okay? This is usually a hand weapon, but if you have other types of weapons, you choose other types of weapons, okay? The Necro Sphinx has 3 weapons. And this is where it gets quite funny, okay? Now, I don't have everything sorted out on screen because there isn't like an online database that's good for looking at units. Unless chat, does anyone know a good reference for online looking at units? That's like shows you everything except for like a PDF, because I don't have one. Is there like a good online resource to look at a unit where you can actually see everything on the unit? But I think I might have been cheating, but by that I mean I think the rules are not written very good, and I've pointed out something that is quite literally broken, quite horrifically broken in the old world, on the Necro Sphinx profile. So it comes in because the Necro Sphinx is equipped with 3 different weapons. It's equipped with cleaving blades, decapitating strike, and the envenom sting. Okay. Old world builder might be best. I don't know if old world builder is going to work because it doesn't really show like the equipment, but I'll have a look. Let me try. You do game view on here. I don't know if you can do game view on here. I don't think you can do game view on the web page when you're on a browser. Oh, you can. Ignore me. So this is probably the best without just holding the book in front of the page. So the Necro Sphinx is equipped with cleaving blades, decapitating strikes, and envenom. I should give it envenom sting. 1 second. Let me give it envenom sting first. I forgot that bit. Because I was quite annoyed at the end of the day because my opponent went and complained about me, which is obviously you never really want, you know. You never really want that. But it annoyed me because everyone else started calling me a typical 40k player. All right? Typical 40k player coming in, cheating. And I was like, this isn't quite right. Okay. So the Necrosphinx, okay, has 5 attacks, as you can see. So attacks 5, right? And when you attack with something, you choose what you're going to attack with. So, for example, have we got another one? 3 skeleton chariots. They have both hand weapons and cavalry spears, okay? And the reason for that is usually you have something that says you can't use it in the second round of combat, or there's some like negative reason for having 2 weapons. So, for example, skeleton chariots have cavalry spears, which give them +1 strength, -1 AP, and fighting extra rank, and they can only use that at the turn of charge. But they do also have hand weapons equipped, okay? That is just an extra weapon they have, and you'll find this for like a lot of stuff. Okay, I can't find another one. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. A lot of units have like a hand weapon and something else, you know? That's like very normal. And when you fight, you choose a weapon you're going to fight with. So, for example, for the skeleton chariots, they can either put all their attacks to the cavalry spears, or they can put all their attacks to the hand weapon. That's like very obvious, okay? Did I make 15 attacks? No, I didn't, okay? The Necrosphinx has 3 weapons, okay? Cleaving Blades, Decapitating Strike, and Venom Sting, okay? Cleaving Blades is the normal profile. Strength S, so strength 5, -1 AP, killing blow. Really, really good, okay? It also has the Envenom Sting, which is strength S, so just strength user, no AP, poison attacks, but strike first, so it becomes initiative 10. So obviously, like the Envenom Sting is like a big pincer, like a pin attack before it starts fighting. Okay, because it says in combat, this model may choose to make one of its attacks each turn with this weapon. Because as far as I'm aware, when you choose a weapon, you can't split your attacks. Okay, if you go, I've got 4 attacks, all 4 attacks have to go into the same weapon. Okay, but the Envenom Sting says in combat, this model may choose to make one of its attacks each turn with this weapon. Okay, this is like straightforward enough, so you can like go, okay, one of my attacks are going to go to the Envenom Sting, the rest are going to go on my other weapon. Okay, now Decapitating Strike is strength 10, AP 4, killing blow, monster slayer, and fight last. Okay, this is obviously quite a lot more than strength 5, AP 1, and the only note it has. It says this model may make 1 additional attack each turn with this weapon. Okay. Now, some of you might not understand where this is going. Some of you might have noticed. However, chat, how many attacks can you make with the Necrosphinx if you do it correctly? Okay. If you do it, rules as written, not rules as intended. Okay. You have 5 attacks. If you choose one weapon, okay, you have 5 attacks. You can make one of them with the Envenom Sting, okay. You could put 5 attacks into Cleaving Blades, okay. However, Decapitating Strike says this model may make 1 additional attack each turn with this weapon. However, the argument was, it says you can only make 1 attack with this weapon. I was like, excuse me, what? So the argument is because Decapitating Strike says you may make 1 additional attack each turn with this weapon, this means you can't put the other 5 attacks into the Decapitating Strike. Even though on the piece of paper, there is nothing in here that says you can't, okay? Because it is just a piece of equipment. Again, just for reference, as you can see, it is just a piece of equipment. And when you choose a weapon, you just choose it from your equipment list. So every game, I was choosing Decapitating Strike. And as you can see, it's the same rules there. I was using 6 attacks at strength 10, -4, killing blow, monster slayer, strike last. Okay. It's meant to be 4 with blades, 1 with tail, and 1 with the Decapitating Strike. I agree. That's probably right. Now I was like, wait a minute. Why does my 200-point model have 6 strength 10 attacks? Nothing else I've seen today has strength 10. However, it doesn't say you may make 1 additional and only 1 additional attack with this weapon. It just says you make 1 additional. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to put my other 5 in there as well and get a 6. That just makes sense. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? There's nothing that says I can only make 1 attack with it. Okay. But my opponent was very upset after the game. Not obviously during, not during deployment, was pretty happy during deployment, but after the game, after I chopped all these monsters up in like 3 turns, he was a bit pissed off, and I can understand why. Obviously, he didn't realise just quite how good that was, and then, obviously, like, a Necrosphinx is very fast as well, so it's very hard to run away from a Necrosphinx. I put him back in the middle of the board as well. So it's understandable why he was annoyed after the fact, because, again, the Necrosphinx... Because basically, if you don't play fantasy, with the Necrosphinx, if you roll a 6 to win with Decapitated Strike, it basically removes anything that's on the board. Alright? Per model. So if you roll 3 6s, you basically kill 3 models. But it's like, if you're against, like, a dragon, if you're against, like, his big stone horn things, you just 1 6 to wound, bam. And probably, it would make sense if that was only 1 attack, because it is very, very strong. You got to hit with it. You got to roll a 6 to wound as well. Probably not going to happen, but it is strength 10, so you're probably going to win something. However, as the rules are written, you can make 6 attacks with it. Well, a bunch of people there started calling me typical 40k player. All right. And I was a bit like, no, I'm not a typical 40k player. What I am is someone who can read. Unlike you lot. Roy, you can make 6 and they can cry to death, to be honest. You are not the asshole. You know what? You know what, Manny Marv? Based. So, yeah, it was just one of those things. I ran that all day. No one had a problem, but he's also the only person who ran something really... Well, the first game, the Necrosphinx died. The second game, he went into, like, infantry, so it didn't really, like, come up too much. It was just like, oh, he's really good. And then the last game was all monsters, and he just chopped them up very quickly. It's just one of those things. It's like, afterwards, I was, like, going around being like, hey, friend who... may playtest this game, who playtested this game probably, he explained it to me. He said it's 1 attack, and I said, okay, where does it say that? And he said you can only make an additional attack. And I said it doesn't say only. It says you may make 1 additional attack each turn. Why can't I choose that to put the other 5 in? And they didn't really have an answer. So clearly, I think it's quite clearly written wrong. I just had no idea. I had no idea it was written wrong because I'm new, and I was like, wow, 6 strength 10 attacks. Let's fucking go. And I didn't realize that nothing else in the game really had strength 10. Which is very funny. You are a typical 40k player. I am, to be fair. So, Scoffer says, I upset the guy. Same guy game 1. His Stonehorn charged my knights. Drew combat. My musician made him. His cav, his ball things run off the board. My 5-point musician lost him 800 points of stuff. Which is hilarious. Which is hilarious. But yeah, it's just a bit annoying. I've never experienced, I think the whole point is like, I've never experienced like talking to someone about a rule and then after the game, after the said rule is like basically carried the whole game, which I obviously didn't understand the severity of it until the game played out. I don't think I've ever had, or if I have, it's been a very long time since. Someone like go on complain to other players about me because my rules are really good. To a point where one other player said, "Oh, yeah, I said to him, I didn't know it was you, but I said to him, if my opponent had said I'm getting 6 attacks with it, I would have stopped playing." And I was just a bit like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that you wouldn't do that if it was me, because you know it's me and we're friends." But I was a bit like, "Oh, but what if it wasn't me? You did that to someone else after you've spoke about this rule? It's quite clearly written down on the page how it works." Just because the rules aren't as intended that way doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just what's wrote down on the piece of paper. If we decided how rules worked because we don't like them, even though they're not written on the piece of paper, there's so many rules in fantasy that I really don't like that I would write out of the game straight away. But also I don't write the rules, so it's not my decision to decide what is right and wrong. Ultimately, when you're playing a game, especially in a tournament setting, I know it's only a 3-day or whatever, but it's like, it's only a 3-day event. I was a bit like... A 3-game event, sorry. I was a bit like, why is everyone having such a harsh view about this? like, if the rules are wrong, the rules are wrong. That's not my fault. The rules are wrote down in a way where I understand how they work. And if the rules don't support how they should work, then the rules are wrong, and that's not the player's fault. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really fucking annoying going against someone with something, like, really broken and, like, not being able to do something about it. And as I explained in game 2, I had that exact thing. I was like, this seems pretty bullshit. I was like, it's pretty, you know? And then that kind of like happened in game 6, and we discussed it. We knew how it had worked, and then it just came up. It was like he just like complained about me afterwards, and then everyone started calling me a typical 40k player. I just left at that point. I was really annoyed, actually. I've like not been annoyed with like an interaction I've had at a tournament for a long time. I was just like, I'm not going to stay here now. I'm just going to go home. And it like it didn't upset me. It frustrated me almost. You know, I was just a bit like, why am I here to get like insulted essentially when I've read a rule and other people around me have read the same rule and gone, oh my god, and then someone else has gone, well, I don't think you should work like that way, and it's like, well, I don't think either. I'm not gonna. If I was doing that, I would have not stopped playing. You know, I was just a bit like, bruh, what's going on? Excuse you guys, I'm going home to play 40k. It was very that. Just going to just to check the rule in the rule book. Yeah, so I had a conversation with him during deployment. And I was like, the Necrosphinx is like really good. He's probably going to kill the monsters. And he's like, oh, wow. Oh, that seems really good. I didn't realize that good. And I was like, yeah, here's my book. Like, read it. You know what I mean? And he was like, oh my god, that's so good. I'm paraphrasing, but it's like, oh my god, that's so good. I played Team Kings. I'm probably going to put one back in my list. And then it was after the game that he got annoyed. And I was like, okay, cool. Devil's Advocate, it was one of the first big old world event. A lot of players are still learning. It's clarified. Unless it's clarified, it will set the tone for future tournaments. Also very true. Also very true. It was the first event. No one had played an event before. It's the first event in the UK, I think. It's the biggest event because it was like 30 people. It's still only an RTT, you know. But I was just like, the attitude was a bit off for me, you know. That discussion would have properly happened regardless of who put it on the table. You're not at fault, just unfortunately on the receiving end. Yeah, it was just like frustrating because I was like, yeah, it was just like, I felt like I was getting dogpiled a little bit. It was like the line typical 40k player. And I was just like, it's not typical 40k player. It's typical bad rules writing. I didn't write the rule, by the way, but yeah. Sounds like a chainsaw rule. It's written exactly the same way as like a chainsaw, by the way. But like, I'm not. It's like, I understand my opponent's frustration because obviously I like tabled him in like 3 turns, which is like, you know, fair enough. And like, I'd be annoyed if I got tabled in 3 turns as well. But I just felt like I got dogpiled a little bit, and it just pissed me off a little bit. So I ended up going home. And I think Georgie will attest to this. I came home, told her about the situation, explained the rules to her. She was like, "That's so clear." And I was like, "Yo, you've got to say that." So I literally read the rule book about the combat phase again, and I'm still right, by the way. It is 6 attacks as it stands. It's still correct. Which is funny. It's just very funny. But yeah, it's just a bit like, go away. I've had enough now. I've had enough. So anyway, yeah, that is the story about how I cheated at the world's largest old world event because I know how to read. That was my story about that. Yeah, so like, no hate to my opponent as whatever. It's just like the general vibe after that game just fucked me off a bit, you know. Typical Warhammer player face. Yeah, I am a typical Warhammer player, to be fair. Honestly, it sounds like his issue was more losing than just the rules. Shit happened. Some of the best games were my army being wrecked. Yeah, again, like, if I was on the receiving end of that after a long day, I'd be a bit annoyed as well. It's just like the general attitude after, like, the general attitude from other players as well annoyed me a little bit. Because, like, it felt like it felt really backwards. It felt like out where it's a new game. No one knows what's going on. It's the first tournament in the country of this game. The game isn't like tournament supportive. It's not a very good game to be competitive. But it felt like I'd set back 10 years ago, you know, like running an invisible warhound in 7th edition, right? The rules are like that. Everyone called me a knobhead for doing it. I won a tournament doing it. Everyone called me a knobhead. And it got like that vibe, and I was just like, why am I don't write the rules. I just read them. It's not my fault you don't read it properly. You know? So it's very that. It's very that. So yeah. Anyway, that's how I cheated the largest old world event in the world. So anyway. I didn't write the rules, I just exploited it. I didn't even exploit it. I didn't even realize it was wrong. It's written so perfect. And now my coffee's cold. I think what makes it worse is that people are still thinking it's fantasy. It's a new game with similar rules, but they're not the same. Yeah, exactly. It's very much. It borrows a lot of language and a lot of concepts from Warhammer Fantasy Battles, but the game is like crazy different, like insanely different. The only thing that really is similar is movement, maybe. And even then, it's so different. There's just a lot of language that's borrowed, you know? Is it late for coffee? I have a coffee every time I stream because I get sleepy. I get EP. Then you grab a TO. It was after the game, and I was talking to Dan about the rule, and I was like, have you seen this? This is crazy. And then I explained that to him, and then afterwards my opponent started complaining to other players, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go. It's not the TO's fault or anything like that. Like, I was chatting to him, and he was like, oh, that is insane. And I was like, yeah. Because I am right. I am right, by the way. He does technically have 6 attacks with the strongest weapon in the game. Now, if they don't want that to happen, they should write it otherwise. But otherwise, as written, you get 6 attacks at strike last. Oh, well. You're initiative 1 anyway. You do not care. I can understand what he was probably trying to say now, on reflection. But ultimately, it is right. As if you read the rules, it is very correct. So, Mike Heavier, still clubbing illiterate fantasy play. Brilliant. Vita Mori, thanks for the 5 months. Sounds like a him problem. Have a good rest of your stream. Thanks. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate it. What would Nova say? Nova, I'd be too beardy. Within turn, it clearly states only 1 attack. I don't think it does. This is the wrong book. I don't think it does. I think it says you can make 1 attack with it, but I also think, let me have a read. In Venom's Sting, it says in combat this model may choose to make 1 of its attacks each turn with. Yeah, okay, yeah. So the Venom Sting's quite clear. It may choose to make 1 of its attacks each turn with this weapon. But then you could also say, I don't want to choose to make 1 attack with it. I actually want to put 5 attacks in it. So you can make 5 attacks with your Venom Sting. Potentially. Neither of those weapons say only 1. You know? If they wanted to be only 1, they would write those words. So... Yeah, my music was muted. Sorry, chat. And he will continue to use it that way until it's changed it. I agree. Yeah, why not? Because that's how it works. That's how it's wrote. So... just the age-old argument of raw versus right. Yeah, exactly. And the fact is like, if Games Workshop don't want to write it properly, and then they also don't want to FAQ it, then that's their problem, you know? What you'd expect is a big FAQ to come out, but we'll see. I had 2 rules queries come up during that tournament. We discussed it for 5 minutes, 4 plus on how we're going to play it, then check the rules afterward. Did you learn if you played it right or wrong? Rules of written is how most tourneys run. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, anyway, that's the fantasy talk. Shall we talk about 40k? I don't know what else I can add to that conversation now. I've kind of just about said everything. One of each, brilliant. I think I've pretty much said everything I can add to this now because I've kind of like said my piece. I've kind of said like it was a bit annoying. It's a bit annoying. If it's a big before a game starts, I'm like, okay, yeah, fair. Let's have that conversation now. But when you have that conversation, then people complain that was annoying. There's my piece about it. So. You know the new crew carnival the same size as a Farstalker kill team? I think I have a Farstalker kill team somewhere. Or Louis still has them. I don't actually know, I'm afraid. Well, Mikey said that I understood. I was right. Don't cry at me for bad GW rules. That is exactly what I said. So, have we all seen the reviews of the new Tau Codex? Because, chat, there's more rules that are badly written. There's even more broken rules in this book that I have found that I wanted to point out to you. It's very funny. Games Workshop, look. Stop using your playtesters for FAQs. Use your playtesters for language, all right? Use your playtesters for language in the book. That'd be a great idea. Because then you don't send out books that don't technically work. Okay. I'm getting sick of 3-inch deep strike. Me too, bud. That book is some crazy stuff, but I'm so glad it's not clearly broken. No, I don't think the book is clearly broken. I think there's some very strong stuff in it. But what's funny is one of the new detachments. So, have you read Monka? So, Monka is one of the new detachment. This is the opposite to Kion, which you've been playing for absolute years. What's felt like an age. It has the detachment ability Killing Blow. During the first, second, and third battle round, ranged weapons equipped by Tau Empire models from your army have the lethal hits ability. Pretty good. Pretty good, to be honest. Also, while the unit is guided, its ranged weapons have the assault ability as well. Now, guided is very funny. Each time I'm only... let's have a look. Each time you select the unit to shoot, if it's auxiliary, you can use the ability. So essentially, the way for the greater good works is that when you select a unit to shoot, you gain the ability, okay? It like goes, when you select a unit to shoot, you do this, all right? Which basically means when you select the unit to be shot, you have the assault ability because of you are guided. While units are guided, see for the greater good, its ranged weapons have the assault ability as well. However, if you advance, you can't be selected to shoot unless you have an assault weapon. All right? Hear me out. So, unless you have an assault weapon, you can't be selected to shoot. If you can't be selected to shoot, you can never be considered guided because guided triggers when you select that unit to shoot. So, the second half of the ability essentially does nothing. Because if you advance, you can't select the unit. It means you never get assault. And if you can select the unit, you don't need assault. Which is very fun. Which is very, very fun. Does all that make sense? Do I need to get MS Paint out? Do I need to get MS Paint out? So half the ability technically doesn't work because Games Workshop, once again, don't know how to write rules. They write rules And then they just make it up as they go on. They never go back and like refresh themselves on the rule they wrote. Or the core rules that they wrote once. Doesn't the player's turn select which order in the rules apply? There's no order to it. You can't select the unit for that rule to ever trigger. All suits can take gun drones, so they get assault with those. Obviously, true. But I don't think the intention was for you to take an assault weapon already. You know? I don't think that was the intention. More pew pew followed by QQ. So yeah, what you do is you take a gun drone with an assault weapon. What gun drone has the assault weapon? The gun drone with the twin pulse carbine, which then has assault. So then you can select the unit, which then allows you to select the unit, which then triggers its guided. And then if it is guided, all the other weapons gain assault. That doesn't sound like that was the intention. It sounds like all weapons were assault, but they actually can't select them, which is very funny. It basically means it's like, I think the intention is, whilst you're running, your mates are spotting units for you, and you're like, got it, pow, 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 you know? I think that's the intention. Very, like, Evangelion, like, targeting data, it's over there, shoot that way. But as the rules are written, you aren't able to get assault outside of using another weapon that already has assault, which doesn't really make sense. So the rule needs to be, when targeting a guided unit, they have assault, or they gain assault and can be selected even though they have no assault weapons. When you pick guiding, the guiding unit is after the selecting. Let's have a double check of the wording, because I looked at it the other day. Each time a guiding unit makes an attack, let's have a look. When does it become guided? When they do, one unit is the observer, the other is their guided unit. The enemy unit are being called their spotted unit. Each time you select this unit to shoot, if it's not an observer unit, you can use ability. If it does so, select one of the unit. During the phase, this unit is considered guided unit. That's selected. That friendly unit is considered an observer unit. Then select one of the unit that is both visible to you and the spotter. I read up on this the other day. Do you hate it when you read something up, read up a rule, and then you understand it, then you read it again, then it's like, oh, wait, that doesn't make sense anymore? It sounded right. If your army is when the shooting phase, the enemy unit they targeting is called spotted. Anytime you select this unit to shoot, if it does not observe you can use the ability. If it does, let one other friendly unit with this ability that is also eligible to shoot. Yeah, if it does select one other friendly unit with this ability that is also eligible to shoot until the end of the phase, that is the guided unit. There we go, found it. Found the line. Found the line, chap. So, you select the unit, each time you select this unit to shoot, if it is not an observer unit, you can use his ability. If it does so, select one other friendly unit with his ability that is also eligible to shoot until the end of the phase, that is considered the guided unit. If it is the guided unit, it gains the assault weapon, assault rule. If you advance, you are not eligible to shoot. You are only eligible to shoot after advancing whilst holding an assault weapon. Found it. We got there. So it literally says you need to be eligible to shoot to be a guided unit. If you advance, you are no longer an eligible unit to shoot unless you have an assault weapon, which basically means that rule does not work as it's wrote down again. And it's not my fault, chat, so don't complain to the rest of the event about it. So I thought that was funny. But I think, until the new points come out, it's very hard to judge how strong Tau are going to be. Because obviously they've just had the Crisis Suit update. 3 Crisis Suit units, does anyone care? I'm fed up of seeing Crisis units everywhere. Tau players, I know you're annoyed. I'm sorry. I know you're upset. I'm sorry. However, as a person who only plays against Tau... anyway. So they've obviously got the 3 units of Tau Crisis Suits now. You can only take them in units of 3 rather than 6. Unlucky. However, they are still really good. What was the big one, though, which I was quite surprised at, is Long Strike is gone. Long Strike was obviously the character Hammerhead guy. Oh, I know he's still fancast. But I think it's a shame that he's been taken out of the book. He's attacking Magoo. Actually, yeah, the Crown was directed exclusively at Magoo. Where are the crisis suits? They're in here somewhere. I'm sure of it. So you got Crisis, Sunforge, Fire Knife, and Star Scythe. Obviously, we've already seen Sunforge because they've got the reroll wound and damage rolls against monsters and vehicles. The Fire Knife, each time I'm on this unit, makes a ranged attack, reroll a hit roll of 1 if it is within below starting strength. If that attack targets you, that is at starting strength, so you can reroll the hit roll. And Star Scythe is each time a unit makes a ranged attack, excluding monsters and vehicles, improve the AP by 1. So, like, AP 1 Flame is obviously really, really good. Cheers, fella, already feels shit about it. Gaining AP on burst cannons and flamers is obviously really good, especially with Ignore Cover Flamer. The Fire Knife with the plasma rifles seem really, really good. However, they've reduced the range of plasma rifles from 24 to 18, so that feels like a bit of a nerf. However, as I mentioned with Monk Ka, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 6 stratagems are all battle tactic. And a lot of them are pretty good, I would say. So you've got pinpoint counter-offensive. When you lose a unit, you spend 1 CP until the end of the game. Every Tau Empire non-crew unit can reroll hits against it. It's not limited to once per game to use the strat, but the effect lasts until the end of the game. So if you plan your command points correctly, every time you lose a unit, you can give yourself reroll hits against every unit against your opponent's army, which is quite good. But it's also a battle tactic, and Commander Farsight has the Rights of Battle ability. Where is it? Farsight, where are you? Commander Farsight has Pure Ties Teaching. Once a battle round, you can target this model's unit with stratagem for 0 CP, and you can do so even if you target that unit with the same phase. So that's just one of them. You've got give out reroll hits. So twice a battle round, or like three times a battle round for 2 CP, you can give your entire army reroll hits against a unit that killed one of yours. That's going to be really good, I think. Obviously, if you spend all your CP on that, you're probably doing all right, but, you know, it's still something to be wary of. You've got give yourself an additional 6-inch move instead of advancing. You got Focus Fire to increase the AP by 1 in turns 1, 2, and 3. And then you've got... What else have you got? You got -1 damage, which is only 2 CP and a War Gear stratagem. But when you are targeted, you can reduce damage by 1. That's going to be really, really good for protecting Riptides and stuff like that. Can I spend it on his unit? Oh, shit. Yeah, that's true. That's cringe. What you can do is on all the other ones. The target is a dead unit. If his unit dies, then he can't use the ability anymore. Interesting. That's the other one you can't use it on then, I guess. You can use it on aggressive mobility to give a free advance roll. You can use it on focus fire because that's a battle tactic. You can also use it on combat debarkation. Until the end of the phase, each time your unit makes an attack, you can re-roll a wound roll, which is really good. And there's another one which isn't a battle tactic, which can reduce movement by 2. So it's basically how Emperor unit from your army is just shot a non-vehicle, non-monster unit. And then to the end of the opponent's turn, they're -2 move and advance and charge, which is really, really good. Really, really good. So, my apologies. My apologies about the Farsight mention. You can't actually do that. But you can use it on all the other ones. However, which one was it? There's in the Retaliation Cadre, that seems like OP, I think. That seems like really OP. Each time a Tau Empire battlesuit model from your army makes a ranged attack within 12, improve the strength by 1. If it's within 6, improve the AP by 1. Have you seen the combo with the internal grenade racks? Tau Empire Battlesuit model, the bearer has a grenades keyword. Each time the bearer ends a normal move, you can select one enemy unit that he moved over during that move. If you do so, roll 6d6. For each roll for 4+, the enemy suffers 1 mortal wound. Which means this this enhancement, which is 20 points, I think it is, 15 points. Oh, it's 30. Lol. It's 30 points. So you can do up to 6 mortal wounds. There's obviously it's 6d6, but there's no cap on how many mortal wounds you can actually do. So you can fly over something and do up to 6 mortal wounds. You can then, because you have the grenades keyword, you can spend that to roll 8d6 and try and do some mortal wounds as well, which is obviously really, really good. So that feels really, really strong. So that's like probably averaging. Is grenades 8d6? I'm pretty sure it is. Let me just double check on it and make sure I get my maths right. But it's all on a 4 up as well. Oh, grenades might be 5 up. Oh no. 66. So on average, 6 mortal wounds. So you got 6d6 from the Eternal Grenades racks, which is essentially grenades for free, but fly over it. And then use the grenade stratagem for 6d6 on a 4 take mortal wounds. So you're doing average 6 mortal wounds. It's also on a commander, so you can take some decent weapons with it. You got Commander Enforcer or the Cold Star. Equip him how you like, I don't care. And then what do? You have a free move straight away. The Torch Star Gambit. 1 Tau Empire Battlesuit unit from your army that can fly whose attacks have been resolved this phase, in your shooting phase. So after you've shot. If your unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, you can make a normal move. Can you do it again after performing the Fire and Fade? It's when you make a normal move. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So when you make the Torch Star Gambit move, you're making a normal move. You have fly. So you then fly over another unit. And then when you finish, the bearer finish a normal move, select an enemy you moved over, roll another 6d6. That's what? What's that? 10 mortal wounds on average? 9 mortal wounds on average. Plus the shooting. A little commander with the internal grenade rack is going to be insane. Up to 18. Yeah, you can do up to 18 because you're rolling 6d6 3 times. All on a 4 up. That seems really nutty. That seems like... I don't think there's any other single model that can pump out 18 mortal wounds in a turn. 2 CP, but between small wounds and shooting, he's picking up whatever he wants. Yeah, exactly. Because that's 30 points. How much are commanders now? If we look at commanders now... Cold Star is 110. Enforcer is 90. So between 120 130 points. If you look at a commander points cost now, the enhancements are probably going to remain the same. So 120, 130, 140 points to pump out 9 more wounds plus a bunch of shooting. Roughly. Shalaxi has sustained 3 on D6 attacks. With Dev, she can 72 more wins if you casino roll all of those dice. Okay, that's pretty insane. I didn't know that. However, the thing is with the commander, it's a lot smaller and you're moving out the way, so you're a lot safer as well. There's like not a lot, except for Overwatch, there's not a lot of response to it. So this is equipped with a burst cannon and battlesuit fist. It can replace a burst cannon with basically anything. It can take 2 drones, and it can be equipped up to 3, and can take duplicates. So you can take 4 weapons on it. That's pretty good. But Dev are not mortal wounds. Also true. That's not mortal wounds, Martin. Good shout. Cheers, Steel Man. Yeah, Shalaxi doesn't do mortal wounds, does she? If they're Dev. If she's D6 damage, it's very different. If it's 72 single Dev wounds. Let's have a look how this works. Sustain 3 on D6 attacks. Or damage 6 attacks. There's devastating wounds on the 4 extra attacks. How does it work? Or is it the sheeting? D6. Hitting on 2. Strength 9 minus 2. D3. Hazardous, devastating, psychic, sustained hits 3. If you're doing D3 damage. So yeah, you could do 72. You could kill 72 models in a turn. Or do 72 damage. But damage different. We all remember before Dev were mortal wounds. Yeah, Dev mortal wounds are funny. Everyone, I always think they're still mortal wounds until I'm playing, then I realise they're not. So which one's better for sheeting? The Commando Forcer can take 4 weapons. The Cold Star can take 4 weapons. The Cold Star's a lot faster. It moves 12. Otherwise, they're the same, I think. Yeah, it's just the ability that's different by the looks of it. Cold Star combo is better. Yeah, the Cold Star feels a lot better because he moves a lot faster. He moves 12, which is great. So he's gonna be horrific. Enforcer has a 2-up. Enforcer has a 2-up, so he's more durable. It reduces the AP whilst he's leading the unit. But the Cold Star is a 3-up and moves 12. Yeah, but Martin, Dev Wounds and Mortal Wounds aren't the same. I was talking about, I don't think anything does 18 Mortal Wounds. Dev Wounds are similar, but not quite the same. If you do D3 Mortal Wounds, you do D3 model damage to a model. Whereas if you do 3 Mortal Wounds, you can kill up to 3 models. This is Mortal Wounds. This is twice you've done this to me, Martin. You said I was wrong yesterday about Scout. And it's just the wrong rule. It's Shinomi's fault, not his. He cannot help but exploit. It's my job to exploit stupid rules. This feels insanely good. I was going back to finishing my tournament winning round. Insane, bro. Same. So there's some of the things that have really popped out to me. I feel like Retaliation Cadre is like all out get wrecked. That's what it feels like. Have we got the +1 attack? Have they got one more attack in combat? I wasn't wrong about the rule explained yesterday. I just explained a different rule that was in discussion. That's also true. Sam, thanks for joining the boys club. Thank you so much, Sam. You are actually our first member of the night. I really appreciate you. Make sure you join the Discord. If you haven't already, become a member. For as little as £1.99 a month. I literally can't do what I do without people like you. If you want me to keep exploiting rules, then become a member and join the Discord, and I'll tell you more about the exploited rules that I find, and sometimes I'll post them before I tell anyone else. If you'd like to get behind the scenes action, if you'd like to support the channel, become a member for as little as £1.99 a month, and help support me. The more you can do, the better. If you're already a member, that would be really cool. I'd really appreciate it. And you just get to join the Discord and have a great time. You know? Nearly 2 hours in. I know. If you're already a member, you can gift a membership to someone else and let them become a member as well. That'd be cool. So if you're already a member, you don't be like, well, I'm already a member. You could be like, well, someone else could become a member as well. That would be cool. That'd be epic. So, but anyway, as I said, they're the two things that I've pointed out, which I think are pretty funny. Obviously, we've got the rule that doesn't work, and we've got the retaliation cadre that feels a little bit strong. So I'm interested to see how the tower balance out. Again, it's hard to say, oh wow, this is really broken, or oh wow, this is really rubbish without the points. Like, the problem is Games Workshop, whilst I think it's a cool, I like the FOMO boxes. Like, if you like this, the Codex actually comes in like a really nice sleeve. And it comes with like the data cards and stuff like that, and it's like a really nice Codex, don't get me wrong. It's actually the 4th edition Tau Codex art with some what I think is new crew art on the back as well. It's a nice book, and I don't mind FOMO boxes, but the problem is that the boxes don't have the books don't have the points in anymore, and the points won't come out until the Codex actually goes on sale. And like we saw with Dark Angels, we won't see that for probably a month. Probably a month or so, I reckon, until we actually see the points of the Tau Codex. So this, whilst we can say this is really broken, it's actually not legal to play in any tournaments, or probably any tournaments for a little while. So until we get the points, we don't really know what's good. But I also think, as a content thing, I think that's really bad. Because it's like, I can sit here and say this is really good or really bad, but I don't know the points. And it kind of puts a dampener on everything, because I can't... We're not going to see it played for like 4 weeks, and everyone's already forgot about it. Which I think is quite weird. I think it's quite weird. It doesn't get me super hyped to review codexes when they're in a FOMO box that you usually can't buy. You probably can buy it now. But whatever. You got to pay £125 to get a book early so you can actually read the rules. Or wait, and then everyone kind of like no one cares anymore. Which I think is really strange. Really, really strange. There's just like a thought I had the other day when I was thinking about like... Because I don't really do codex reviews on the day of release anymore because everyone else already does one. But it also feels weird to do a codex review when you don't know what anything costs, you know? So, yeah. Points allowing, I think Tower are going to be strong. I think that on paper they look strong, but I just don't know what the cost is. If everything's going to be 400 points a unit, they're going to be shit. Each unit will perform pretty well, but it won't be worth the cost. But ultimately, until we know what the cost is, it's hard to judge whether something's going to be good or bad, you know? GW really don't need the FOMO boxes to sell their books. They don't. They don't. Of course they don't. I think if they put the FOMO box out the same day the Codex came out and released the points on the same day, they'd still sell out. It's a very strange thing to do these days. I feel like it is. I don't understand why they need to do it. I think they'd sell them out anyway. If they went, right, here's the Codex, here's each crew model separately. Also, here's a box that's all at a discount. You buy the box. You know? You still buy the box. Are people going out and buying more on release day? I don't think so. People only want one thing from the box. They'll wait for it to be separate, or they'll buy it on eBay. You know? Honestly, the Codex sold it for me as a piece to get. 5th edition was my introduction alongside the Fire Warrior game. Nice, bud. Yeah, I think the Codex looks fun. I think there's a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of depth. I think there's quite a lot of options, which is obviously really nice. You know, I think there's a lot of options. I like the crew. The crew seem really good, but I think they're very limited because there isn't just it's kind of like the crew you can take in the army as and when. You can take like 3 units of Carnival with any list or whatever. But obviously they've got this whole crew detachment. But I feel like with the crew detachment, there isn't enough there to play the crew detachment properly. So you're going to find yourself taking like Carnivores, maybe the Lone Spear, and probably not much else, I don't think, personally. If you want to go all crew, you can. That's really cool. Go all crew. I don't think it's very good, you know? I really like the Retaliation Cadre attachment with Flamer, Crisis, and Farsight. 66 Flamers at Strength 5, -2, +1 to wound, get wrecked, backfield holder. Yeah, definitely. Like, Retaliation Cadre is very, very strong. +1 Strength, +1 AP. Obviously, the Sun Knife, Fire Knives, whatever they're called. The Flamer suits have +1 AP as well. Really, really good. Really, really good, I think. Is there any good stratagems that Farsight can actually use on that unit? Any good battle tactics that can actually select with? Epic Deed, War Gear, Strategic, Battle Tactic, the Aracon Protocol. 1 Tower Empire Battle Suit unit that's not been selected to shoot. You can use that on Farsight. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets a model that contains 6 or more models, you get sustained hits 1. If it's 11 or sustained hits 2. Okay. Give out sustained hits. Not so great in that particular unit. However, a good stratagem. You can look at the current point to discuss whether you think the codex changes would make the cheaper unit or more expensive. Interesting. I feel like a lot of the index, a lot of what we've seen with the index to codex, though, a lot of the rules don't actually change. Which is also interesting. You don't really see a big... What all we've seen with codexes now is new enhancements and new detachments. We're not really seeing like loads of lore changes. Loads of lore changes. Chat, stop talking about lore. Stop talking about lore, it's cringe. We've seen a lot of detachment changes and enhancement changes, but not really seeing much else. So it's just adding flexibility to the factions rather than like actually changing anything, which is interesting. We didn't see lore changes either. I don't think we did. No. So, but anyway, they're the things to watch out for. Mortal Wound Commander and Montcad doesn't actually work, which is very funny. But as I said at the start of the stream, I have a really fun Kroot painting video where I don't actually paint in it, which is going to be pretty sick. It's going to be pretty exciting. You should be able to take an amble in the Talis. No, you shouldn't. That'd be stupid. However, chat, something interesting has happened. Does Monka start with all his dust? Listen! Chat, something interesting happened. After swearing that I would never play a UKTC event again. I don't know if I swore that, but I made that pretty clear, I think. I made it clear I was not happy with them. Ginger Steve bought me a ticket to a UKTC event. He wanted me to go and hang out with him, so he bought me a ticket. Now, me and Steve are friends. This isn't a normal thing that happens. Me and Steve are friends, all right? Please don't just start buying random tickets to things and expecting me to turn up. It won't happen. If it's a Warhammer thing, I might consider it. Don't invite me to, like, a theater and be like, Mikey, I bought you a ticket. And you got to be here, all right? That's not how it works. But yeah, so we are going to the Manchester Super Major this weekend with a bunch of other people from the Discord, which is also really cool. I think we're actually the largest team going, maybe. If you search Hellstorm Wargaming, as you can see, all of these beautiful people all signed up as Hellstorm Wargaming. 9 of us going. Okay. 40k the musical, no. So as you can see, there's 9 of us going from the Discord. This is why you should join the Discord. You would know that we're all going to this event. You could have come. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Space Marines. I'm playing a list. I'm playing a new list. I've wrote a new list. Chat, look. Last time I played a tournament for 40k was the World Championships, and as we all know, it did not go very well. But I am fingers crossed, hoping this one goes a little bit better, because Jesus Christ, if I go 116 or 113 in this, I will probably have to quit 40k. I'd have to probably go and play Old World and fuck them off. So what happened last time? Oh, I had awful TOing there, which is really shit. My opponent claimed that I was cheating and was playing overtime on the chess clock. And when I called the judge over, they said, you can't play anymore. And my opponent said, oh, yeah, I can. I'm going to keep playing. And then the TO walked off, which is very annoying. I made a whole video about it. And then I got loads of shit afterwards for saying... for saying that the TO was really bad. Yeah, like, no sweat to... I didn't say his name dramatic, he did. No sweat to the TO, but I don't think he quite understood the situation. Didn't really read the room very well. He was just like, get your scoring. The game's nearly over. And I said, okay, I've got 8 minutes on the clock. My opponent has 0 and he keeps playing. And he was like, no, you can't do that. And then walked off, which is very annoying. But anyway, The last event I played at was the World Championships, where I lost 6 games. It was not very fun. It was not very good. It was pretty bad. And it did a real number on my confidence as a 40k player. But also, I'm coming into 2024 feeling fresh, okay? I've had a couple of months away from competitive 40k. I've been playing a few practice games. I've been practicing a new list, okay? And I feel like this one's going to be pretty good because it's actually tested this time. Mostly tested by other people, but it is tested this time, which is very important. I think the big crucial thing I had last time is I took a list I hadn't played with before, but also a concept I hadn't played with before. Because I feel like if you've got a good list and you have never played it before, you're probably going to be all right. But if you take a list that has never been tested before and you've never practiced it, you're kind of like, there's too many variables there, okay? So I'm actually taking Templars. Ah, chat, I'm taking Black Templars. And I have technically... Oh, didn't mean to press that. I have technically 5 Black Templar units, 7 Black Templar units. But... but they're not really Black Templar units, which is very funny. Because I'm taking Iron Hands, baby! Iron Hands Spearhead, let's go! Let's go, baby! Bloodraven Black Templars, you know it's even worse? I'm not even using my own models, I borrowed them. I'm not even taking my own models, chat, because I hate my life. I couldn't be bothered to paint them. So I'm playing Black Templars and I'm playing Ironstone Spearhead. The reason I'm playing Black Templars is because you can take multi-melters on all your tanks, which is very, very fun because I have 10 tanks. Playing your shit? No, I'd rather play an event first and make sure it works. And then wait for a balanced data slate because this is going to get nerfed. So I have 3 characters. I have a Librarian in Phobos armor. I have a Tech Marine with Target Auguria Web and the Master of Machine Wars. So I've got the full back and shoot and I've got the lethal hits as well. I have 2 Impulsors. One with a shield dome, one with a belly castus missile array. Both with multi-melters, which is very fun. Very, very fun. Black Templar versions all get multi-melters for an extra 5 points, which is very fun. And also, something that was pointed out to me is that you can actually take 4 of the same tank in a Space Marine list if you play Black Templars, because you can take, for example, 3 Gladiator Valiants with multi-melters as Black Templars, and then you can take another 3 as not Black Templars, which are actually 5 points cheaper, but you're actually getting around the rule of 3 because it's 2 separate data sheets, you know? It's just very funny. It's very, very funny. So yes, I've got 2 Black Templar Impulsors, one with a shield dome, one with a bellicastus missile array. I have 2 Gladiator Lancers from the Black Templars. I have 3 Reapers of the Black Templars. So obviously the Gladiator Lancers have the Lancer Laser Destroyer, which is like strength 14 minus load, D6 plus loads. The natural ability of the Gladiator Lancer is reroll a hit, a wound, or a damage roll, I think it is. And then the Iron Hands attachment gives him like a reroll, a hit, a wound, and a damage roll. So you basically get 3 rerolls on it, which is really good. And then it's got some like, it's got a multi-melter, it's got rocket pods and whatever. It's just got loads of shit, basically. And then I've got the Reapers, which have the twin heavy onslaught Gatling cannon. So that's the bunch of shots, 12 shots, twin link dev wounds, and Tempest bolters. But they also have multi-melters as well, obviously. Hit, wound, damage is and on the Lancer. There we go. So you can reroll a hit, a wound, and a damage. And then the Iron Hands allow you to reroll a hit, wound, or damage. So there's a lot of rerolls. So I've got 3 Reapers, all with multi-melters, because that's funny. Doesn't the BT index say you can't take non-BT Gladiator variants in the Black Templars detachment? Not if you take any other detachment, I'm afraid, Salastar. Shall we have a look? It's very funny. It's very, very funny. As you can see, if your army faction is depth started, you can use a Righteous Crusader detachment rule. if your army cannot include these. However, what if I don't want to use that detachment? Right? So which means I'm also playing Black Templars with a librarian. Because I hate the law. So not only can you run 6 of the same profile, 3 of them are multi-melters, you can also run librarians with your Black Templars. I thought I'd mention that. So then it's 3 Reapers. It's 2 units of Eliminators with Las Fusils. They're really good. They go in Impulsor. I'm not going to explain the combo because it's sneaky. Incursor gives out Scout. I wonder where they're going to go. I got the Infiltrator to go to the Librarian so I can Deep Strike deny my back line so people can't Deep Strike 3 or get Teleport home as easily. And then 3 Predator Destructors. Predator Autocannons, double Las Cannons, and Hunter Killers on them, so even more anti-tank, anti-shooting, anti-loads. The Predator Autocannon actually has a great profile. Rapid fire 24-inch, so 9 shots, strength 9, -1, 3 damage. -2 if you shoot infantry, so Custodians get wrecked. So that's what they say there. These Predator Destructors hate Custodians, basically. The autocannons. And they got a unit of scouts to do some missions with a missile launcher as well. So 6 shots, not 9 shots. It's rapid fire, mate. Rapid fire 3 comes 9 shots. Right? Just to confirm, don't want to come out and say talking shit. Rapid fire 2. I thought it was rapid fire 3. Predator Destructor. Oh shit, yeah, it's 6 shots. I'm being stupid. 4 shots, rapid fire 2. My apologies. You are correct. I was thinking 6 plus the rapid fire 3, but it's not because it's plus half. But then obviously it's 6 at rapid fire, not 9. Anyway, it's 6 shots. 6 shots, strength 9, -1 AP, -1, 3 damage. When it's shooting infantry unit, you increase the AP by 1. And it's any ranged attack, which is not just a turret. So then your storm bolters become AP 1. Your heavy bolter, if you got heavy bolters on them. Your hunter killers become AP additional 1. So it's quite a lot. So it's 12 anti-custody shots just from those 3 tanks. Never mind the gladiators that are rerolling wounds because they got twin linked against infantry. And 2 dev wounds. Obviously, dev wounds they now get a 4-up save against, but still. So that's the list. It's absolute F-ton of tanks. The Incursors are great because they give out +1 to hit as well. They also have Scout, which is obviously good to transfer to transports. So if I put them in an Impulsor, I've got a little Scout move on them, which is pretty nice. And then Tech Breed doing Tech Breed things, and Librarian Phobos to give out Lone Operative. So 3 of the 4 units that aren't a tank have Lone Operative, which is nice. So good for playing missions, good for doing cleanse and stuff like that. Cleanse and homers, because you can't actually target them. And then there's just a bunch of tanks in your way. So, yeah. Yeah, that's my list. That's my list. I think it's alright. I think it's decent. I've been watching the meta for a couple of weeks now. And keeping an eye on what people are doing with Black Templars. And it just seems to be spam tanks. So I've kind of gone the same way. I'm not going to say it's an original concept. It's obviously not an original concept. But everyone seems to be like bouncing around the same thing. It'd be definitely interesting, I think. I think he's got some real teeth. I do think that he's going to struggle with the scoring aspect, but I also feel like if you kill enough quickly, you won't struggle anymore, because then you're going to have so much redundancy in playing the mission, you know? I was surprised to find out to be checking your list for the GT. It'd be good to see you and have a proper catch-up. Oh, yeah, definitely, bud. Definitely. But, I guess someone has to check my list. I mean, I don't think people should have to check lists at a tournament, to be honest. I did that once. I made my players do it, and I was like, actually, I probably shouldn't do this. I get people to pay money to turn up, so why am I making them check their own list? But, that's just by the by. Just by the by, you know? Can't believe you built that to perfectly counter mine. I don't think there's a lot of... jokes aside, I don't think there's a lot of lists that can go Here's 10 tanks. Kill them. You know? I don't think there's a lot that can go, oh yeah, here's 10 tanks, deal with that. Did you see the 17 to 19 X1 players using different factions at the 100-man FLG event? I bet it was such a good spot. I didn't see that. I didn't see that anyway. That's really good. "17 players, all with different factions" is pretty insane. Chaos Knights can wreck that easy. I think Chaos Knights will probably not like going against that list because you can pick up Knights quite easily. Because they don't really take the big ones, so then they're a lot easier to wound. The Lancers are really nasty against the Chaos Knights. As are the Predators, to be fair. There's so much anti-tank in it, you know? There's so much anti-tank in that list. I don't think... Like, you just put them out. Just put them out. What are they going to do? Shoot them? Alright, cool, you killed one. Alright, I've got another 9 shooting you. Oh, you killed another one? I've got another 8 shooting you. Surely you've run out now. Because they all have Melter, which is like strength 9. I'm tough as 10, you know? Only T10 with 12 wounds or something dumb. Yeah, T10, 12 wounds, 3 up save. Pretty high OC as well, I think. I was quite surprised at how much OC they have. So, any ones that can reach, they might kill. They'll probably kill them in combat, but also, you're a vehicle, so if they don't, you just shoot them. You just shoot them while you're in combat. So, I don't think I'll struggle too much against Chaos Knights. I think I'll only struggle if I got really unlucky, you know? But obviously, you can't really plan for being unlucky. You have to plan for being pretty average. If you do better than that, then great. I don't even know what to play this one anymore. I was supposed to change the music like 2 hours ago and I just forgot. So here we are. Chaos Knights slap that easy. Carnivals pick up 2 Knights turn 1. Their Melter is 2 shots, strength 12, AP4, D6 plus 4 damage. But we'll see if I play against Chaos Knights, I guess. I'm not too worried about that matchup. Because they kill a couple, I could probably kill more back and outrange them. Aren't the Carnivals 24-inch range? Everything that I care about is much longer range than that. Also, yesterday, there was the Lasso of the Summer Winehammer, which was obviously won by Mike Porter. Carnivore doesn't have Melter. What are you talking about in combat? The War Dog Carnivore doesn't have Melter. It's the combat one. Brigands. Okay, you said Carnivores. Two shots, 24-inch range, strength 12, minus 4 d6. Okay, so you just outrange them. You know? On UKTC, you'll not lose Chaos Knights. I don't think I will. So you've got something that can move quite fast, but you can outrange it. That then you probably pick up quite quickly, and they have 3. I have 10. Carnivores kill 2 in combat. If I'm letting a Carnivore charge 2 tanks in 1 turn, I probably shouldn't be playing the game. But I'm not worried. Basically, I'm not too worried about the Chaos Knight matchup. What I am worried about is... I'm a little bit worried about Necrons because they're really good. I'm a little bit worried about Mirror Matches. Mirror Matches will be quite scary or something similar. I think Space Marines do have some legs against them. The Thousand Suns matches is a bit interesting as well. The Thousand Suns match, maybe we should have a game this week, Angron, if you fancy it. Maybe Wednesday night or something. Yeah, what was I saying? I'm a bit worried about the mirror match, I think. And the thing is with it is the meta is such an interesting place. I don't really know what I'm going to go against. Let's have a look at Meta Monday, see what's actually won this week. This song is so intense. It's Beethoven, but there we go. Sisters of Battle could probably slap as well. Yeah, Sisters of Battle is scary. Because the problem is Sisters of Battle is actually kill them and they get better. FLG, Blood Angels, World Eaters, Drakari, Necrons, Space Marines, Chaos, GSC, Tyranids, Sisters, Tau, Guard, Black Templars, Death Guard, Grey Knights, Death Watch, CSM, Custodians. That is a lot. So there's three Necrons, and then all the rest are basically different. Deathwatch came 17th. Are people going to stop saying I killed the faction now? Is Josh Roberts going? I don't know, actually. Yes, he is. He's going with Necrons. Is he in the same list? Yeah. I would not like to play against that. That looks pretty scary. I think I struggle to kill the Wraiths, but maybe not. I don't know. The Space Wolf list with the Thunder Cav will give you a big problem. Yeah, the Thunder Cav are a bit will be a bit difficult. What's winning this week then? Except for everything. I think Tower would be pretty scary. Grey Knights are an interesting one because they outplay me a lot more, but they're all toughness 8. Tower really high this week. So Necron Wraith spam wouldn't be fun. And any other typical Necron list doesn't scare me too much. Like Catans and Monoliths aren't too scary, I don't think. Custodies can always box cars everything, so they're a little bit scary. And Space Wolves if they take Thunderwolf Cav. Mikey's going to Wolf Tail for who plays against Space Wolves. So the guy who beat basically everybody at Goonhammer, I played him at Warhammer World and only just beat him. He's a really good player. He's really, really good. Thunderwolf Cav can't kill vehicles. Source, I play the same fucking Chaos Knights list. Full jail is scary. Yeah, so I only just beat him, and because I had to teleport Desolators to get a secondary. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like investigate signals or something. It was bullshit. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I think I killed one unit. I can't remember what it was. It was like so close, such a clutch game, but it was literally I put Desolators into reserve and just so happened to draw a card that let me score it because I put them in reserve. Yeah, Desolators. When I played the Wolf, the Wolf player, the Space Wolf player, I can't remember his name. They have their 1 year anniversaries. I mean, I've had that silver trophy for a year because they won it for me. That's quite funny. That's quite funny. I read his list on Friday night before Gunner. I thought it was a meme fluffy list, and I got absolutely smacked. And then he went to go 5-1 or something. Yeah, he's a really good player. He seems to he's always playing Space Wolves, and he just needs to know his shit as well. I think his lists catch people off guard. He's a very firm player. I'll say that's for sure, but he definitely knows what he's doing. You know, he's no slouch. That's probably the best way to put it. Is he going to this event? I can't remember his name now. I don't think he's at this event. No. Good player anyway. Matt, that's it. Matt McCurdy. So which top players with attendance? Mercenary Q, Detnod, Jin, Steve Magoo. They're the ones, mate. They're the ones. It's just quite a big event, so I'm interested to see how we get on. As a team, I'm very proud that all of the Hellstorm boys are all turning up at the same time. We've got the Hellstorm B team. Our t-shirts haven't arrived yet, which is a bit nerve-wracking. What are they bringing? It says on screen. Have a look. I'm not going through every list. It's 20 past 9. It's 20 past 9. We've had one member. I'm going to have to go. But I'm excited for it. So I'll hopefully be doing some updates about it. And I'll probably come and talk about it on Monday next week. Streams this week. Wednesday we'll be doing the news. There's been some quite interesting things happening. There's been some quite interesting things happening in the world of news. So I've got lots to talk about there. Friday, I don't think there'll be a stream again. I'm sorry I missed this Friday. I'm probably going to end up missing this Friday coming as well. Purely because I'm going to be at this event, so I'm not so sure. Duality, thanks for the gift, mate. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. How do you feel about the MSU Eldar build? 50 Scourges, 3D Cannon, Spiders, and Spectres.
Gifted member.
Thanks, Duality. Very kind, bud. As in the matchup or just in general? I think in general it's a very cool list. I think in general it's a really cool list. Right? Am I scared of it? Not mega. I think I take it on the chin, and then my list just kills it because it has the D cannons are a bit annoying to get to, but also like the rest of it, I'm not too worried about. It has to come down. It has to. It can probably hide from me quite well. That's a bit annoying, but then again, I'd be relying. I think I'd be relying on redundancy at that point. Do a Hellstorm team goes through their list and first game matchups in the Airbnb? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Big C, thanks for the gift, mate. Really appreciate you. Would a community stream be safe? I don't think so. Especially everybody in one house. That'd be crazy. Member. Who would watch? Everybody in the same house. Who'd be watching? You want me to look at your list? Right. Big C. Let's have a look. Big C. I don't know what this does. Shadow Sun? More like Shadow Bin. Breacher? More like Breach Around. You know what I'm saying? I'm still drinking coffee. Thanks. You're having tea early? Okay. Georgie's brought me a cup of tea. I'll start drinking the old coffee now. Devilfish? More like devil fish in a barrel. I got nothing. I don't know what anything in town does. I know they're all supposed to be weak, George. Ghost Kill's good. Carnivores, I don't know. Riders, I don't know. Pathfinder are good. Riptide's great. Three Riptides and an Arvana. Well, you can't play Jamiroquai. What's going on? Why does Jamiroquai keep playing today? I'm gonna get copyright claims so bad today. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Okay. Safe one. Self battle suits, Storm Surge, absolute king shit, and then Tetras. What did Tetras do? Everyone says they're really good. I've never played against How Intense, so I don't think. If I did, it was a very forgettable experience. Infiltrators, nice. Each of this unit is an observer unit to the end of the face. Each champion model in its guided unit makes an attack. You can reroll the hit roll. That's good. Is this a tank? He moves 14. Are they the little tanks? Why has he got infiltrate? Why has he got infiltrate if it's a small tank? Have you got a unit of 2? Oh yeah, 2 to 4 tetras. Why are they 80 points for a T7 4-up save 7 wound unit? What the fuck is this unit? What the fuck? Why is it 40 points? Why is everyone not just running like fucking 12 of them? Maggie immediately asked for a practice game against Tau. Yeah, very much that. Goated. They are literally goated. Right, Big C's won for the most broken unit in the team. The most broken unit. Found it. There it is. Well done, Big C. I mean, he uses 3x2. Yeah, understandable. That's so cheap. Triple Riptide, though. I don't even know what the Arvana does either, but that's broken. Is the Arvana broken? Once a battle, when this is selected to target a range attack, uses ability. If it does so, each time attack targets the unit, if the strength is above, it's -1 to wound. Okay, so it's got the Warden rule. Nice. Range weapon. What's it equipped with? A pulse submission cannon. D6 +2, strength 8 -1, 2 damage. Not bad. Yeah, they're right then. Because I'm looking to say that's how Big C's won already. Yeah, Big C's got a beautiful list. A beautiful army, sorry. Look that up, honestly, it just does. We'll look at Jamartins because he's gifted as well, but I'm gonna have to go otherwise because I normally stream till 9 and it's 25 past. Jamartin is running actual Blood Angels, Sons of Sanguinius, Icon of the Angel on the Chaplain. No idea what that does. Slamchester, is that Innis's list? Where's it? Where's Innis's name? I don't see it. Icon of. Each time enemy unit within engagement range is selected to fall back. Models in that unit must take a desperate escape test, as if their unit was a battle shock. When doing so, if that unit is also already battle shock, subtract 1. Okay. Arvana's going because I've spent 60 hours paying it. Yeah, fair play, mate. This is Innis's list. I know. So I'll have a look at Innis's list before we go. Captain, Power Fist. Captain, Power Fist. Love it. Love a double captain. Chaplain with the icon. Lamartis. Lamartis, great unit. Sanguinaut, great unit. Can come down turn 1 now, I think we discussed last time. He can come down turn 1. I'm pretty sure that was a conversation we had on stream because of the rules commentary. Can't come in turn 1. Okay. Mercenary. Thank you so much, mate. Thanks for the gift. That's really kind of you. Is that because you want me to go through your list?
Gifted number.
Okay. Okay, here we are. So, Assault Intercessors. Okay. Why? Backline support. Okay. Charge them, maybe. Okay. In Assault Intercessors in Impulses. What is this? My First Army? What is this? My First Army? I'm going to take my Intercessors and put them into transports. And then I'm going to run them forwards on charge. My First Army. We got Rhino with a Hunter Killer. We got Assault Intercessor with jump packs. Someone bought that box set and just had to use the models. Really, what Sons of Sanguinius? I know what Sons of Sanguinius does. It's funny to insult lists rather than just actually take them seriously. Assault Intercessor with jump packs. Somebody got the new box set for Christmas, didn't they? And got 2 units. Look at them, bless. See, that's funny. I've only trained myself to a non-emissary, mate, and I want to get it built and paint to play with you. Yeah, let's do it, mate. Let's do it. I need to text you back. I'm sorry I've left you hanging for 2 days. But yeah, let's do that. We should do that. I didn't get anything for Christmas. Where did you get these Assault Intercessors from? Double Battle Predators. Goat unit, to be fair. Battle Predators are really good. They shit against me. Because you advance and you can't shoot anything. But they are good. They're very good. Death Company on 4. Assault Intercessors came in an Indomitus box. No, these ones, the jump pack ones I meant. That was it, like 15 Assault Intercessors with jump packs and then some an ATV. Why are they on 4? Scout, Calidus. Scout, Calidus I'm on board with. Why Death Company on 4? In the Rhino with the Chaplain, also they get sustained hits. Do they need sustained hits? Don't they just murder anything in combat most of the time anyway? Well, yeah, nice list. Nice list. As in my first list, got 2 Impulsors. Got 2 Assault Intercessor units to put them Impulsors. Lamarties. Yeah, Lamarties is the character Chaplain. Smarties. Gives them reroll hits or something. Man, it's been so long since I've played him. -1 damage and lethal hits. Jamarties. There we go. You should have called this list Jamarties. That's a good one. You should have called this list Jamarties. And then Mercenary Q. And someone's going to be like, it's actually called Peter. And I'm going to be like, no, it's not. It's called Mercenary. That means I've been streaming way too long. Okay, Leagues of Votan. Oompa Loompa Strike Back. Where's the Willy Wonka? Who's Willy Wonka in this list then? Enhir Champion with the Appraising Glare and a Cow with a Grim Demeanor. 2 standard takes. We've got Hearthkin with all of the shit. More Hearthkin with all of the shit. How many Sagittars? Mercenary, what's going on? 2 Sagittars? Where's the rest? Where's the rest? 6 Brockia Thunder King with Graviton, like it. 5 Berserks, not bad. No Maul? Where's the Maul? The Maul. Where's the Launcher? It's a 5 Hearthguard, 10 Hearthguard, a nice double Land Fortress, and some Pioneers. I feel like the Willy Wonka experience. Girl, looking at this, it's very that. It's very that. Where's the rest of the Sagittars? Mercenary, what's going on? Where's the Mole Launcher? Boom, boom, boom. Where's that gone? I like the 15 Hearthguard. They're good. Like them. Double Land Fortress. Kind of cool. OG, classic. I'll take it. 2 units of Pioneers. Great. Only 2 Sagittars. Cringe. Hearthkin Warriors. Cringe. I built them in night. I know. I can tell. That's why I said it's classic. Ugh. I'm going to have to carry the Hellstorm B team this week. Nah, I think he'll do alright. I think he'll do alright. He's got to be careful. You have lots of assets that are very good, but there's only a couple of them. And then some of them are quite slow. I love Magnussing double land fort. Bye-bye save, bye-bye tank. Yeah, you've got a good few assets, but those assets, if you lose them, you are on the real back foot. So basically, you'll do really well if nothing dies. If you just only roll 6s, you'll be fine. You'll be perfectly fine. So, well now, chat, that is going to be it. I'm going to be back Wednesday morning. I've overran by over half an hour. I normally stop streaming at 9, but I do appreciate you hanging out. I really appreciate you hanging out and listening to my stories about the old world, about Fallout, about how I cheated at the world's largest event ever. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys did too. And hopefully you learned a little bit about Tau. I'm interested to see how Tau level out when the new points are actually out for them and people start getting their hands on it. But until then, no one cares because you can't actually play it anywhere. If you're all 6, you can be really good at Warhammer. That's true. Now that I get here, you end it. Also, it's because you turned up, mate. I'm afraid that's why I'm going. It's also 9:30. I stopped streaming at 9. I stream for 2 hours at 7 till 9 every single Monday without fail. So now I'm going to go. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Make sure you like if you haven't already, become a member. If you haven't already, become a member if you have. If you want to, let someone else become a member. Join the Discord to get all the big updates because usually YouTube doesn't like telling people when I'm actually live, which is very annoying. So become a member, join the Discord, and otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you on Wednesday. Big video this week. I paint Kroot, technically, but I don't actually paint them. All I'll say is the first part of the title is following a painting guide, but there's the title. There's the start of the title, chat. It's going to be a very good video. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. So otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you